Well, I'm here right now with Bjergsen. It's day 3 of, actually it's week 3. Well, it's day 3, week 3 of LCS. I think that's what it is, right?
I think so, yeah. Something like that.
Something like that. Also known as Soren. A lot of people call you Soren.
Yeah, that's because it's kind of my first name.
Well, now we know why. No, let's talk about the LCS. So first off, TSM seems to be on a pretty good path right now. Why do you think that is?
I think it all comes down to how you practice, and kind of we had built a foundation last split that even if we added Biofrost, we'd be able to kind of continue in that foundation. And yeah, when we came into Spring Split, we were just super lost. No one really knew how to fit in with each other, what our coaching structure should be. So we kind of had all that set, and it was just about putting in the work for the split.
Well, let's talk about somebody who Double keeps referencing as your father, or the team's father, Weldon, who's coming full time. You haven't seen those pictures on Twitter? He just says, "We did it for Dad."
I think we have a few fathers now. There's Father Din, Father Green.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that just a couple then?
Yeah, we have Parth, it's our third dad.
Oh,
kind of like uncle, I guess. He comes in and does draft.
Uncle Parth, okay. So either way, you did it for Weldon according to Double. But what effect has Weldon had on the team so far?
Oh, man. I don't even know where to start. He's had a lot of effects. As of like today, it was just coming in with a really fresh mindset and always kind of looking to prove ourselves because everyone expected us to beat NRG, but we shouldn't come in expecting to beat NRG. And it was just about like, if we lose today, that means we're the worst team, not that they upset us or like that they just played better. Then they just play better than us and they're the better team. So it's just, there's many things, but today it was mostly about coming in with like a fresh mindset and not kind of feeling complacent and feeling like we were going to take it.
Kind of trying to avoid that overconfidence factor.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, what do you think of this TSM lineup? You've been on TSM for a while now. You were playing on teams before that. What do you think of sort of the, maybe even by position, what do you think of the players on the team and sort of what they're bringing?
I mean, everyone brings a lot. I guess Hanser, he brings this really strong individual skill. He always seems to just step up on stage and always just destroy his lane and do really well in team fights. So I think just for every single position, it's strong individual play. And that's also what we had last season, but we had trouble translating it. So we're just working on how we can fit our individual skill into the team. It's obvious that Soren has finally come in and being really aggressive in the early game, which is something that he was kind of unable to do because of our lack of synergy in the last split. But now he's just like invading every buff, taking all these crazy early fights and always getting us a lead. So yeah, I'm really happy that he's able to step into his role now, and we're kind of letting him play that style.
Also lighting the microwave on fire.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty unfortunate.
It was unfortunate. Now, what is going on behind the scenes at TSM? I know there's obviously legends for a lot of people to see that, but obviously you guys have interactions that you have on stage. What are the interactions like out of the game? I think it was Hanser that told me that you just want a solo queue and people have to drag you out to stop playing solo queue.
Me?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that is true. I don't know, we do just pretty much everything as a team. When we have an off day, we go out, do something as a team, and it's just about building kind of a team atmosphere. I personally like just relaxing and playing solo queue and kind of chilling at home, but my team is always pushing to like go out and do team stuff, which is also really good. I don't know, I love NA solo queue and dynamic queue, and I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you find dynamic queue relaxing? Because you said relaxing playing dynamic queue or solo queue.
Well, it's not very competitive, so it kind of has to be relaxing.
Okay.
So that's kind of where I'm taking it.
Okay.
Now I just play like Azir, AD carry, and stuff like that, which is how I have my fun.
And do you feel like that actually allows you to get better at League of Legends?
Slowly.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be better, but I think it's kind of still what you make of it and just how you see solo queue. If you just see it in a place where you can practice like your champions and your mechanics, and you're not thinking like you're playing for elo or you're playing like relying on your teammates, you just kind of have to focus on yourself. Yeah.
What did you think of GBM Zig's pick?
I think in the last like 2 weeks, he's pretty much only played Anivia and Ziggs and maybe like one Victor game. So kind of just expecting him to play those same champions. And I guess NRG just has a style where like NRG or GBM has to wave clear and team fight, which is what Anivia and Ziggs does. So they're annoying to play against because it's hard to take turrets on them and it's kind of hard to snowball the game. But it's just Ziggs is just kind of like a boring champion. I don't really like playing him. I don't like playing against him. He's just no fun to be in the game.
Finally, we were talking before this interview a little bit. and I'll get a ton of heat for bringing him up, but there's so much conversation about Doublelift and Bjergsen kind of being like the leaders of the team, or both you guys have like big egos and demand to be the star, and that like creates friction behind the scenes. I'd love to get your take on like your personal interactions with Doublelift and sort of how both of you guys fit into the team.
We're actually really close, and I think we do friction sometimes in scrims or when we're talking about how we want to kind of take the team or which direction. But I think that's really healthy because we kind of always come to a solution. We always come to like a middle ground, and we both are very willing to work with each other. So I think all those clashes that we have or disagreements, we kind of talk it out and then we figure out what we want to do. Whereas other teams or my teams in the past, we would have a disagreement, but we would never really come to a compromise or an agreement. So me and Peter are probably, or Peter and I are the biggest voices in the team. So we're the ones that kind of clash most often, but I never really see it negatively. And 5 minutes later, I'm just like, yeah, that's Peter, my teammate, my friend. And I think it improves our team a lot.
Now, is that because you two both are able to individually do that, or is that because somebody like Weldon comes in and helps facilitate like the resolution of the disagreement?
Weldon helps with a lot of things, but he doesn't really help Peter and I. We just kind of really respect each other as players and as people. So we never really get in like heated arguments, but we get in discussions and we move on from pretty quickly. I think in the last split, we never really wanted to argue with each other because we were like, oh, everyone says we're two toxic players and we're not going to get along. So I was trying to just be like, okay, we'll just try to, I'll let Peter have his way or whoever have his way. And he kind of did the same. So that's why the team didn't really get anywhere. But now we're both stepping up to the plate and having big voices in the team. So we're actually getting somewhere.
How many physical altercations have you guys had? Who usually wins the fights?
Late at night? Or?
Yeah. Oh boy. All right, there we go. Well, we'll leave that for there. Is there anything that you would like to say to any of the TSM fans out there?
Thank all the fans for supporting us throughout the tough times. I know we have a lot of fans and a lot of viewers when we're doing well, but I really appreciate all the fans that support us even when I'm playing badly or my team is playing badly. So thanks to all of you guys.
Very good. Well, thank you so much, Bjergsen. It's been good to interview. It's been a bit since we were able to do this, so it's been good.
It's been a long time.
It's been good though.
I don't have as much of the Danish accent anymore.
Yeah, bring that back.
I could.
Even when you had the Danish accent, it was never as bad as like some of the Danes that I've met, where it's just like wicked.
Insulting, huh? Froggen, wicked.
Wicked. Froggen kind of wicked has a thick one.
Yeah, he loves to play some Aurelia. Yeah, I love Wicked though.
That's good. All right. Well, anyway, thank you so much. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of our coverage of all things esports here at Yahoo Esports.